Okay, so I know y'all here because y'all trying to figure out which version of NBA 2K26 y'all should get and why are y'all getting scammed. Yes, y'all are getting scammed. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but y'all are definitely getting scammed. But the purpose of this video is for me to show y'all how not to get scammed as much. So we're finna go ahead and dive into it. And spoiler alert, one of the biggest scams is the Leave No Doubt edition. So do not be getting that one, or at least I won't be purchasing that one, and I'll let y'all know why. And I'll show y'all the version that I already purchased and why I purchased that one. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about all of the different versions that 2K has to offer, the pre-order bonuses, all the stuff that's included with each version, and so forth. But to start with, we are gonna go over to the VC so that we can talk about that. So I mean, honestly, with the VC, I went ahead and pulled the 2K25 VC. I couldn't find anything for 26, but for the most part, they do keep all of the VC, relatively standard throughout the board. So I do want to show y'all the VC and the price, and y'all keep that in mind because that's gonna play a huge part in which version you decide to get. But we do have the 5,000 VC for $2, 15,000 for $5, 35,000 for $10, 75,000 for $20, 200,000 for $50. 450,000 for $100 and 700,000 for $150. So that is the Leave No Doubt edition that you'll be paying for twice if you decide to get that, because you'll have the base game that you get or the Leave No Doubt edition, and then you have to pay another $150. So that's $300. That's 300 smackaroos that you got to come out of your pocket. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the additions first, in which y'all do know the 2K26 WNBA edition with Angel Reese on the front. That's only going to be on console, Xbox and PlayStation. So for the PC people that's purchasing, you won't be able to get this one. And from my research that I found, you'll only be able to get this from GameStop. They're saying that this is going to be a GameStop exclusive. So I could probably expect people to buy the copies and maybe try to resell them on eBay or, just some different resale aftermarket websites and stuff, in which to me it's not that serious, but I'm pretty sure you got some people out there, because we know how a lot of people feel about Angel Reese, so I'm pretty sure people are going to try to exploit that. But for just the regular WNBA edition, and also for the standard edition, you'll be getting a 2,000 VC pre-order bonus. That's only if you pre-order the game, in which, in my opinion, if you already know that, you're going to be getting 2K, you might as well just go ahead and pre-order and at least get that 10,000 VC bonus, in which just going back to the list, you can see that that's only a $4, increase, in which you could, or, if you don't buy it day one or pre-order it, that'll be $4 more that you'll have to pay, in which you might as well go ahead and do $5, $1 more, and get the extra 5,000 VC. But that's for the standard edition. Moving over to the Superstar edition, with Carmelo Anthony on the front, that one you'll get the $10,000 VC pre-order bonus. You'll get 100,000 extra VC, and you'll also get early access, my career content, and my team content, in which we will go back and talk about all of the different content in detail. But the main thing that I want to focus on is the 10,000 VC pre-order, the $100,000 VC bonus that you get, and the early access. And in my opinion, the early access is the most important, because y'all know how big of a deal it is. I think the game comes out September 4th, if I'm not mistaken. But to be able to get this game a whole week early, which would put it at about, I think, August 28th, 29th, somewhere around there, that gives you a chance to kind of grind out for the people that's heavy on my player, my team, playing in the park, all of that. That gives you a whole week in advance to be able to grind it out and get ahead of the competition. Because I haven't played 2K in roughly 15 years or so, 10, 15 years. And I remember when my park was kind of becoming a thing, and it was getting really, really competitive. So being able to get that week in advance, I know that's going to be huge for the people that's into my player and my team and stuff. And then going over to the Leave No Doubt edition, that's the one that they really try to push every year. Standard, or not standard, but when you get the Leave No Doubt edition, you're going to get your 10,000 VC bonus, 135,000 VC, early access, season pass, my career content, plus a puffer jacket, my team content, and the Leave No Doubt promo pack. Now, in my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know the season pass, the my career content, or at least the puffer jacket that comes along with it, and the leave no doubt promo, like the promo packets and stuff. In my opinion, that stuff not worth it. And the reason why I say it's not worth it is because we all know a game like 2K is really a pay to win system. If you want, of course, it takes skill to actually win and, you know, climb up the ranks and stuff in my park and my, you know, my team, my career and all of that. It takes skill to be able to climb those ranks and stuff. But when it comes to like the season pass, that's more so like aesthetics. You do get like XP and, you know, a couple of other you know, like maybe like the Gatorade packs and all of that type of stuff. But in my opinion, it's just not worth it because I'm not a big aesthetic guy. Of course, I want my player to look good. I want to just look good in general. But like at the end of the day, those aesthetics and stuff, it doesn't give you any type of boost to your gameplay. Like your 3-pointer's not gonna fall better. Your cross-up's not gonna be cleaner. You know, your pass is not gonna be better. It's literally just to look good on the court. So. And which I know a lot of people, they care about that stuff, and with me making content around 2K and everything, I'll care a little. Like I might spend a little money, but it won't be nothing crazy. Like I'm telling y'all now, like don't expect no crazy, you know, my player or nothing like that. But I do want to go ahead and break down each edition, you know, a little bit more in detail so that you can have a better idea of what you want to get. And like I said, just the standard edition and the WNBA edition, you pretty much just paying $70. You're gonna get the base game, and you'll get your 10,000 VC if you decide to pre-order it. Okay, now for the pre-order, or at least for the PlayStation pre-order bonus, they're gonna give you like 2 of the promo packs and a My Player Gamer plate, in which, you know, if you care about that stuff, good. But like I said, with a game like 2K, it's pretty much pay to play, or, you know, pay to win, so to speak. So these packs that they giving you, it's really gonna be useless. But for a casual player like me, I'll enjoy it because it at least gives me something to start my team off with and to start my player off with. In which the gamer plate, that's just an aesthetic look right there. But getting over to the Superstar Edition, which is, in my opinion, the most bang for your buck and the one that makes the most sense, because of course you're getting your 10,000 VC, your pre-order bonus. Now the other things that's gonna come along with it, and which this is more so what I care about. The 100,000 VC, 7-day early access, and I do plan on getting into my team this year. Like I said, it's been years since I played 2K, but I was a heavy my team player, so I actually care about this a little bit more, in which I don't care about it too much because it's still a pay to win system with that. But like I said, at least you'll get a few different things that you can start off with. You get your full series, 1 team selection, triple threat park free agent pack. You get 5 series 1 packs, and you get 2 hours double XP coin, in which honestly the 2 hours double XP, that's pretty good, because I know as soon as 2K come out, a lot of people gonna be grinding in those first few hours. At least I'm gonna say the first 72 hours, honestly. So to be able to get a double XP 2-hour boost, that's pretty good. And then for the my career aspect, this is something that I care about a lot, because with the my career, you're gonna get 25 of each one of the skill boosts, 25 of 3 types of Gatorade boosts, the 2-hour XP as well, and you get an SGA jersey. Now me personally, I'm not a huge, like, I'm a SGA fan, but I'm not like a SGA super fan or nothing like that. So the fact that I can get this jersey, that's an added bonus. But honestly, I don't care about getting a SGA jersey, because I'm not gonna have my player walking around in a SGA jersey anyway. So I mean, if you like the SGA and the jersey and stuff, that's an added bonus for you. But I personally care more so about the skill boost that I'll get, or at least the ones that I'll start off with, because I remember back when I was playing 2K, I was spending a lot of money on the skill boost just so I could be able to, have that added boost in the game, like when I'm playing my career and stuff like that. So to have those extra boosts that you start off with, that's pretty cool. And then going into the my team stuff, like I said earlier, it's cool to start off with, but after that first week or two, honestly, I'm probably say the first 3 days, a lot of these packs gonna be obsolete, because a lot of people gonna be grinding it and getting those different packs and different skill players and stuff like that. But that's why I say
the 7-day early access, that's very, very critical, because that gives you that chance to really grind out and get at least get your team comparable, because on launch day, September 4th, I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna get crazy after that. So to be able to get that 7-day, that's gonna be huge. And then I want to talk about this 100,000 VC, in which if we go back over here, $100,000, you're looking at the 75,000 for $20, and then you add essentially $5 more. So you're looking at a $25 difference, for that extra VC that you're gonna be getting. So you got your 25 extra dollars, and then you got your extra $5 for the 10,000 pre-order bonus. So you're looking at what $30 there, and you get 110,000 VC. And which if you kind of factor all of that in, that's kind of how they do with these different editions and stuff like that. So you paying $70 for the base game, and then you paying another, just go ahead and say $30, which gives you that $100 for the Superstar Edition. But like I said, a lot of this other content that you get, which is the 7-day early access, the My Team stuff, the My Career stuff, all of that could, I'll say, at least the My Team and the My Career stuff, you'll be looking at another, I'm gonna say 30, maybe 30, I'll say 50 on the high end. So you'll essentially, if you wanted to go ahead and purchase all of this stuff along with the game, you're looking at about $150, or maybe even a little bit more depending on what you get. So to be able to get all of this compacted into $100, that's why I say this is the best version to purchase, and this is the version that I purchased. Plus, I like Carmelo Anthony a lot better than SGA and stuff. So being able to get Carmelo Anthony, that's an added bonus. Now, moving over to the Leave No Doubt, which is the one that they try to push every single year, in which we'll just start from the bottom and kind of work our way up. Now right off the bat, puffer jacket, garbage, absolute garbage to me. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a huge aesthetic guy when it comes to 2K, but the thing that I don't like about this is I feel like this is more so gonna be one of those flex items. Like if you see people running around with the puffer jacket on, the only thing you gonna know is they wasted $150. That's all you gonna know. They wait because they gonna want to put this on to let you know that I have the legendary edition, or the most expensive edition. But I just look at it as you just wasted your money. And then you also gonna get a Galaxy Opal player, which you gotta wait until December to get, and then you'll get an Invincible player that you gotta wait all the way until next year to get. And honestly, a lot of times, even the people that spending $150 on this game, a lot of people, they gonna grind this game out so much till by the time May of next year comes, you're gonna be burnt out, and you're probably not gonna even be playing this game no more. So you got to keep that in mind. And that's the thing that I don't like. They try to sell y'all, or they try to sell us on a lot of this stuff up front, but you got to remember, even by December, a lot of people gonna be burnt out, because 2K is a game that a lot of people, that's their only game that they play. But see, for me, I play a lot of different games and stuff. So even with me playing 2K, I might not be as far ahead as everyone else when it comes to, like, I guess, like the grind scale, but I'll still be enjoying the game. So if I did decide to purchase this $150 version, I could see where this would actually make sense for me later on down the line, because I would still be grinding it and still be having fun. But for those people that only play 2K, y'all will probably be burnt out by December anyway. So it's just like, is it even worth it to get this and wait for December to come? And then the other thing that you got to remember too, that a lot of people don't really talk about, is the locker codes. With the locker codes, they send out these Galaxy and Opal players and stuff anyway. So chances are, by the time December and well into next year, by the time that comes around, they're gonna have locker codes for players anyway. So I mean, honestly, you can get them for free instead of having to worry about paying that extra $50 just to say that you got the legendary pack or whatever, or the legendary edition. And then you get your same thing with your My Career, in which, like I told you, you get this in the Superstar Edition anyway. And then same thing with the My Team, you're gonna get that in the Superstar Edition. 7 days early access, Superstar Edition again. Now, this is where it kind of get a little more interesting at for me, because you get 35,000 extra VC, and which if we go back over, that's $10 more. So that's essentially you getting the Superstar Edition for 100, and if you want to spend $10 more, that'll be the 35,000 VC. But a lot of people don't do that basic math. They just look at the numbers and stuff and be like, okay, dang, that's a lot. I can get a lot of VC. Where in actuality, you only spending $10 more for 35,000 more VC. So y'all keep that in mind. If you want to get that Superstar Edition, in which that's what I'm saying, that makes the most sense to me. Superstar Edition, $100, $10 more, you get your 35,000 VC, and then you still get your 10,000 for your pre-order if you decide to get that. So, and then you remember, you still gonna get all of this other content right here, and you get your early access. So that's why I'm saying the Superstar Edition makes the most sense, just from a monetary standpoint. Now, if you one of those people that's gonna play all of the game modes, like from day one, start to finish, you're gonna do everything on the game, then the 100 or the Leave No Doubt Edition, it starts to make a little more sense then. But for someone like me that's just like a casual player, probably not gonna be doing like any crazy grinding or nothing like that, the Superstar Edition makes the most sense. But aside from that, these were the other couple of things that was kind of, you know, interesting to me. You get a season 1 Pro Pass, you get a season 7, 8, and 9 Pro Pass. Now, a lot of y'all might be wondering, why are they skipping the Pro Passes like that? And in my opinion, I feel like they doing it because they want to force you to play the game all the way to the end of the season, because they know that people gonna get burnt out and stuff. And that goes back to what I was saying. A lot of people not gonna be playing it this time next year, or close to, like I say, even December or May, when they have the other stuff coming out. A lot of people not gonna be playing then. And I did go ahead and look over at the Pro Pass to see what you will get. In which the Pro Pass is only $10, and then you can get your Hall of Fame pass that is pretty much like a battle pass for like Fortnite or something like that. Day one, when it comes out, you can get kind of like I guess like a 25% boost ahead, in which you'll unlock double XP, maybe some aesthetics, stuff like that. Or you can go ahead and get the Hall of Fame pass, skip the grinding process, and just get everything that the battle pass has to offer. But that's pretty much how I see this Pro Pass, similar to a battle pass for a battle royale game. So if you don't want to worry about getting ahead, if you rather grind out everything, because I'm more so of a grinder. Like when I do play 2K or like games like this, I prefer to just grind out everything and unlock it, instead of having. Now I don't mind paying the extra $10 or $20, like the extra money, but if I don't have to, and I could just sit there and grind it out and enjoy it anyway, I'd rather just take that route. But for the people that don't want to, sit there and grind out everything, Pro Pass 10, Hall of Fame Pass 20. So keep that in mind. Like I said, they gonna give you the Pro Pass, which is only $10 more or $10 value, and then you get 7, 8, and 9. So you're looking at about, I'll say $30 to $40 in total. But if you want to just round it off to even 50, just so we can have a simple math, you're looking at if you decide to get the base game, which is $70, and then you got another $50 added on to it, and then on top of all of the other stuff that you'll be paying for and stuff, it kind of makes the Leave No Doubt edition worth it. But like I said, how many people gonna actually be playing when it gets to the end of the season or whatever? And then you got your My Team promo pack, and like I said earlier, it's cool for the first day or the first few days, but this gonna become obsolete instantly. But just that's really it for all of the additions. I just wanted to go through and just kind of show y'all real quick everything that y'all gonna be getting with all of the different additions. And like I said, Superstar Edition, that makes the most sense. That's the most bang for your buck. Especially for someone like me, I'm a casual player. I'm mainly focused on my player. I'll be playing a little my team here and there, but for that casual player that wants to start off with some VC, or at least a good amount of VC to be able to build your first player, the Superstar Edition is going to be the best. And also, I do plan on getting a couple of builds up on the channel. If that's something that y'all interested in seeing, y'all definitely let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll start working on a few builds once the game comes out. And the other big thing that I want y'all to understand too with this VC, no matter what edition you purchasing, when you get that initial VC to start off with, or even if you plan on purchasing extra VC, please be very, very careful with that, because a lot of people, they make these different builds and stuff, and they spend the VC on it, to crank up their attributes and stuff, and they end up not liking the build. So you can be throwing $100 down the drain on a player, on a build, just to have to turn around and spend another $200 on that build, because you want to be able to keep up with your competition. So in my opinion, I would say take advantage of that early access, because that's what I'm gonna be doing. When I first get the game and I make my first build, I won't be spending no extra money on VC, and the initial VC that I start off with, I won't even be using it then. What I want to do is make a few different builds and kind of get a feel for, how I want to play, what position I want to play, in which I'm a big point guard player. I like playing on point guard. I like facilitating, being like, the leader of the team and stuff. So more than likely, I'll be on a point guard build to at least start with. So I'm gonna make a few different builds, kind of see what each build does, and then once I decide on the actual build that I want to go with, that's when I'll solidify and then start using my VC to crank up all of my attributes and everything like that. But y'all definitely be mindful of that before you start your builds. And that's really gonna do it for this video. Like I said, y'all let me know down below in the comment section what builds y'all are interested in, and I'll start working on some different 2K builds, and y'all also let me know which edition y'all plan on getting down below in the comment section. But that's gonna do it. Y'all make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. And that is your boy Retro Quin. I'm out.